Jets. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hall to start the drive. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Lance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 44 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Jets at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From midfield, here's Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run to a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
But we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Berrios. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And Lance's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's out of bounds on the return on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Really good coverage all over the field. That took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. A throw left side taken in by Komet. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the double. Trail green.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Lance now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 38 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Slot man moves right.
Hey, kill. Hey, check.
Throwing, Brissett. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Pause range. Striker, 3-3.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. And this one's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because So far, their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Play action. Now it's Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21, Jets 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action, Lance. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Hey, check. Hey, kill.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Hall again on 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, check.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
19.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Swift going to try up the middle. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Going quickly out to the right side, and he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Lance now on first down. They're firing a deep ball for Komet, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lance. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Down. Ready.
They'll run with Hall. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. One more time with Hall. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Ready. Red, yellow, flag 2. Claws red. Ready?
They'll look to run with Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench...
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Green Jack. Ready.
To try again after the sack.
Lance.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Come on, set. Smash, red.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. To throw, it's Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Cole Kmet. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Room here to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
They'll run here with Swift.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
176 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. On third down, here comes Swift. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to St. Brown. On 1st down, Lance.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's Lance.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Swift. This is caught. Touchdown. Jacoby Brissett from 6 yards away.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.